Brides and grooms are crazy, right? I mean, they're crazy. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what's going on. They're rude to us on a regular basis because they think they know better. Hi, it's Bill. This is Creative License. And thanks for being a part of this little dog and pony show every week. Today and every time, our sponsors include Electro Voice, Promo Only, Perfect Portals, Disc Jockey News, and DJ Event Planner, and of course me, my workshop, The Entertainment Experience. There's one coming up in November here in Minnesota, and then there's another one coming up in October in London, England. You want to know more about it, just reach out to me. So that's a common conception, isn't it? That brides and grooms and parents of brides and grooms don't know anything about events, yet they tell us what to do and we're forced to do what they say. So we're just in this terrible world of having to create entertainment for people that don't know anything about entertainment. Well, that's one way to look at it, I suppose. The problem with that is that you end up being in this back and forth, this difficult relationship with these people that don't know what they're doing. And they don't have people telling them that they do, and they don't have people really helping them. All they really have is people judging them about all the things that they're doing, all the ideas that they have, all the people they've hired. I mean, trust me, their mom is judging them, their sisters and brothers are judging them, their bridesmaids and groomsmen are judging them because those people have been to weddings. And if anybody knows, it's them. So let me just tell you what's going wrong with your wedding and what you're doing wrong with your wedding. And then they walk into the world to the vendors and they listen to caterers saying, oh, no, that's just a dumb idea. You don't know. I know. Trust me, and I will do that for you. Photographers do the same thing. Videographers do the same thing. People who do invitations and DJs and bands. Oh, I think as much as it might be true that you know more about the event that they're putting together than they do, telling them how dumb they are and the way you communicate with them is not creating the trust that you're asking them to have in you. Hey, just trust me, I know what I'm doing, isn't really something that's working out. When was the last time you went to buy a car when you didn't know anything about a car, and the salesman comes out and starts giving you the pitch and says, hey, trust me, I know what you need. Do you trust him because he said, trust me? No. So let me give you something to consider. Instead of when you hear a bride and groom tell you that they want to do a really dumb thing, instead of telling them that it is a dumb thing, why not communicate to them in a way where they understand that the idea they have could work if in fact all of these different things were in place, right? I know that I could make this happen for you, but this would have to happen, and that would have to happen, and this would have to happen, and that would have to happen. And if you do it this way, the way you're thinking about, well, then this would happen. Show them the difference between their idea with you handling it and their idea with them in charge of it. Have them imagine the outcomes. And an expert would help them to understand that, as opposed to make them feel badly because they had an idea that's difficult. There's really not any bad ideas when it comes to events. It's just bad execution. People try to execute these things poorly, and then they don't work out well because an entertainment professional did not help them put it together. An entertainment professional understands things that a caterer doesn't, that a photographer doesn't, that a mother of the bride or a sister of the bride or a groomsman doesn't understand. You understand all the things that need to be in place for the timing to be right, for a thing that you're going to do for them to work out well in front of an audience. If you don't, then I think that's an area of study that you should take on. I do know that there's a lot of people with creative ideas that kind of just throw them at a wall like a handful of spaghetti and hope that one of the noodles stick. An entertainment professional, someone who's been there, someone who's studied this, understands that if something is done a certain way, a certain outcome will appear. Otherwise, you're just throwing an idea into a room and hoping the audience will love it. The truth is, if you're a professional, you can help them understand that, yes, it's a great idea if done correctly. If that's the way you communicate, that begins to create trust in them. And the next time they have an idea, they just say, I have an idea. What do you think? As opposed to, you have to do this and I'm going to blame you if it doesn't work out. What do you think about this? I know you have some opinions. Write down your comments below. Until I talk to you next time, this is Bill, and this is Creative License.